were you disappointed in, I know this is not a question, this is a statement. Like, was there disappointment though, like in who killed you? Like, if
Yeah,
you were
I was disappointed in who killed me, supposedly killed me.
But I mean, looking back, would you be like, you know what? I would like Randy to kill me, or you know?
Ma'am, I was dead.
You're right. You're right.
Ma'am, I think. Do you know the series?
Let's bring out Mr. David Arquette. Mr. Kennedy in the Stephen Piercy's rat hat. Lee, is that you over there?
The original Ghostface.
OG1. I mean, this is incredible. Incredible. First of all, I still can't believe.
This feels like a church gathering.
Well,
I want to talk to you guys about Jesus Christ.
there will be an altar call.
Or an insurance seminar. Now, who has home and boat? It's pretty early for a panel guy, I'm not going to lie to you. Are you awake?
I mean, this is the second panel of the day. So
Damn! All right, I'll let you do it.
we're going. How late were you at the event last night?
Well, it's a long story. I was at the event till like 1, and then I got pulled over at 2.
It was 2:30.
But I got out of the ticket, and you guys got intense police officers here.
Where could you have possibly been driving to?
I was driving to the Shell gas station to get some tea. And the cop's like, "You drunk?" I go, "No." He goes, "You sure?" I go, "I'm just a little off, sir."
This is just my personality.
Exactly. If I took drugs, I wouldn't even be able to talk.
So, Mr. Kennedy, you've been to Silver Screen Con before.
Yes. Let me tell you, when we started this con 3 years ago, we were in the basement of a La Quinta. Boy, have we grown.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was the only guy to come from our crew, and now we've got Lee and we got David, and look how big it is. It's so, you guys,
Thank you all for
it's been
coming.
incredible.
Mr. Arquette, how has your Silver Screen Con experience been so far? By the way, can I
Been
just compliment
amazing.
that jacket? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Pretty fantastic.
Cheery color.
But yeah, how's your experience been here?
It's been amazing. It's been so much fun. I love meeting the fans. You have the most awesome costume of Stu.
That is awesome.
I mean, come on. All of you, everyone who dresses up and
Where?
all the
Oh,
fans,
wow.
we just appreciate you all.
You're still dead.
Stu lives.
Oh my God.
Where's those cops?
Well, speaking of scream deaths, OG Ghostface, can we talk about your jacket? Speaking of jacket.
Yeah, let's talk about the jacket. All right, you guys all like the jacket. It has its own following now. You know, they go, "Hey, Lee, you gonna be there?" Like, yeah, bring the jacket. It's bring the jacket and bring wristbands. That's, you know, I'm kind of third fiddle to all that now.
What was the origin story of this jacket? How did it come about?
Real quick, you know, obviously I got credited with Scream 1 and bringing Ghostface to life with Wes Craven almost 30 years ago, and here we are with the Scream Nation.
Wes Craven, by the way.
And the Scream Nation adopted me, right? And to kind of tell the lineage of my involvement with Scream 1 and Scream 2, I put this jacket together. And being an old original guy, you know, original gangster, and back from my riding days and motorcycles, that's why I went with this theme. So this jacket, you know, stop by the table later, I'll tell you the story of it, but real quick, this tells the involvement of 1 and 2. It has the, you know, Woodsboro, it has original Ghostface. That K&B on the back, and those knives were taken off my knife and my mask, made into patches, old school, hand-painted, hand-sewn, and then put on the jacket. So it's really old school jacket. And then it obviously has like the number of kills and all those little nuances. And so swing by later and I'll give you all those great details, but that's kind of how this thing came about. And it's kind of a calling card now.
Have you ever had any 1%ers ask you about your club?
Yeah. After I'm like, yeah, I killed 5 guys. And then they kind of like, yeah.
It's all fine.
Yeah, it's all fine. They're like, really, prove it. I'm like, right here, boom. And you pull up the footage.
Wait, Lee, are you saying Ghostface rides a Harley?
Yes.
Could you imagine that? Like, he's in Sons of Anarchy too?
Yeah, it was a spin-off. Sons of Ghostface.
You would be the club president. We do have enough Ghostface.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Fill up a charter.
We'll have chapters all over the world. I mean, Ghostface is international.
I once pitched a podcast idea for the lost years of Dewey.
Dude, tell me.
All of those years between 4 and 5, where he's just on his own. And it's like, the pitch was, you hear about all the Ghostface that make the news of the killings, but you don't hear about the ones that he stopped.
I think Dewey was there last night with Jamie.
Dude. Just like revenge, showing up to all these towns. If there's any whispers of Ghostface, he shows up. So he becomes the killer.
Pulling over people at the gas station at 2 a.m.
Yeah. No, I guess he has to be on a Harley.
Yeah. We could do that.
I could see you as like a Magnum PI / Fletch kind of investigator. Vigilante.
What kind of car does Dewey drive, though? Does he?
Dodge Dart.
Dewey's Dodge Dart. That's some great alliteration there.
Yeah, but an old one.
So you guys have all done conventions and met the fans, but the thing about Silver Screen Con, and I do this every time, who's at their first horror convention right now? Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, and who's been to a horror convention other than Silver Screen? So it's like, it was a lot of new faces here.
Yeah.
Coming into this world and joining this unholy fraternity.
And people here are very polite, which is, you don't know what you're going to get in Boston. Park your fucking car, you fucker. Very nice. I haven't had one person curse at me.
No one's called me kid yet.
Don't you have a TV to run into?
When I first did the video for this convention, I was like, I'll be at Worcester, Mass. And they're like, no! You got to redo your video.
Wait, what is...
Worcester, Mass!
Do we ever get an official pronunciation? I've heard a few.
Yeah,
Do
what
we have
is
a
it?
local who can tell us definitively?
Worcester.
Worcester?
What is it?
Worcester.
Wait, is it...
I said like Worcestershire.
Yeah, Worcester.
So Rooster, but Wooster?
Yeah.
Worcester.
I thought it was
Rooster with a W?
So wicked pissa kid.
Pack your fucking car.
I have to, since I have this opportunity, and there's not really an appropriate place to bring this up, but I know you shouldn't get attached to characters in horror films or let alone franchises, but I did not expect that we would lose Dewey.
Oh, thank you.
That was honestly, and half the time, in horror films, it's like the killer's the protagonist, and you're just waiting to see how they're going to kill everyone. But that was like a genuinely heartbreaking.
Thank you. I'm still sad about it.
It's very sad, right? It's very sad.
Tell me about it. That was the one good job. Like in the acting business, it's like up and down. But there was the one job that I was like, every once in a while they'd bring another one back and like, thank God, I need a job.
And I suppose from a storytelling standpoint, we needed that sort of surprise because at that point, there's kind of the core group where we think, well, they're safe.
Yeah, I think there was an element that, I don't know, was an element with Wes where Dewey was kind of part of his sense of humor and personality. So I think losing Wes is kind of, that correlation that they lost Dewey too, and you kind of really felt the loss of Wes even more.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
That's very...
No, he really was. He really was kind of the West proxy.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly wasn't the same without him. You know what I mean? And he's the one who kept me alive, so it makes sense.
And he's in universe as the janitor, so
Yeah.
he does exist in Woodsboro.
Yes,
he
he
could still be
does.
mopping the floor for all we know. So
I love that little way of him there
it's the best.
as Freddy Krueger janitor.
Of all the different action figures that have been made, I'm still waiting for the janitor Wes Craven.
Yes.
Like, someone out there needs to make that. So we have a microphone here, and we have a packed standing room only panel room, which is amazing. Give yourselves a round.
Yeah.
If you have questions for these fantastic gentlemen up here, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to just say, if you could tell us your name and where you're from, and try to keep it to one question. And will you marry me?
Can I say how are you then, or is that a question?
That's a question.
Okay.
Trust
No,
me.
I'm gonna say
With
that.
this many people in here, that's a question.
Okay, my name's Tabor. I'm from New Hampshire. Yay, New Hampshire!
Tabor.
Everybody!
Yeah,
Woo! Okay, so you both died. You kind of died, but anyway.
boy.
If you had to pick who got to kill you in any of the movies, who would you have picked to kill you? Like, were you disappointed in? I know it's not a question. This is a statement. Like, was there disappointment though? Like, in who killed you? Like, if
Yeah,
you were.
I was disappointed in who killed me, supposedly killed me.
But I mean, looking back, would you be like, you know what? I would like Randy to kill me, or you know?
Ma'am, I was dead.
You're right. You're right.
Ma'am, I think, do you know the series?
I'm 40. Yes.
It's Scream, and there's a guy named Ghostface, and
I'm aware.
he does all the killings.
It's true.
I felt bad when I killed Dewey.
Yeah.
A little.
I would want Lee to kill me,
Yeah.
not some little girl. But hey,
You know what?
but my one thing is, if she did stab me like that, and like all there,
Yeah.
she couldn't have gone too deep. So he still might be alive out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the chief of police, so he could have covered it up. He wasn't in a hospital, so he could have got emergency surgery. I'm just saying.
That's a retcon we would all
Anything's
forgive.
possible in horror films.
True. It's true.
I mean, she was 5
Dewey
foot.
lives.
Dewey lives. Ma'am, Dewey.
Studio, right in the studio.
Oh, Kevin's freaking out.
Well, if you're not dead, then maybe I'm alive. You know who should have killed me?
No,
Leprechaun.
that could be a sequel.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for that
Question
very
from
intricate.
Ghostface.
Oh, it's Ghostface.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
Hey, it's a mini me.
Or anything. I'll just say that.
Go closer, bro.
Yeah, we'll
Why did they kill you?
Whoa, tell us your name.
Why did they kill me?
Eli. I'm Eli. I'm from Connecticut.
Hello, Eli.
Yeah. Why did they kill you?
I mean, they didn't tell me. They sent me the script, and I'm going through it. And I'm like, wow, Dewey's got a really good role in this one. I was like, oh, that's why. Oh. So I think it was to sort of break the hearts of the audience and really sort of make it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm still mad they killed you.
Me.
I had that feeling in the 90s. You're reading your script in a DoubleTree, and you're like, oh, shit. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. But I'm alive with you.
Yeah. Here's a little clue
And
to
all of
any
you.
actors who are still in the Scream franchise. Just flip to the back. Just see if you show up.
Great question.
Yeah.
Good question.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hi there.
Uh-oh.
We're good. Okay. Hi. My name is Libby. I grew up in Massachusetts, but I live in New Hampshire now with my husband, and my friends are over here. We all grew up in Mass except for my husband. But anyways, so Scream 1, 1996, when that came out, I am going to age all of you, and I was 2 years old when that movie came out. I'm 30. I just turned 30 a couple of weeks ago. 1998, though, my parents living in, a nice little apartment with me and my brother, decided late one night that they were going to throw the VHS in, thinking that me and my brother were asleep. I was not. I don't know why. Just got up, and I walk over in the living room, and it is the opening scene. And so it's just starting. I see Drew Barrymore on the screen. I'm like, oh, she's really pretty. And so my question here is because my mother immediately just thinking she's not going to bed, I'm going to have to throw my hands over her eyes, and she did. Is there any scene throughout the entirety of the franchise where you may want to do the same with Small Eyes? Just throwing your hands on like, nope.
Oh, that's like a teachable parent movement thing, right? I'm out. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean,
franchise. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I always hear like, this is our first movie. They saw it when they were 5. It's like, oh gosh, my kids.
Yeah, no, I went to bed like probably about like 10 minutes after on the couch. So,
So here's a quick. Anybody want to take a guess from credit to credit? The youngest accredited Scream fan watching it from beginning to end, because I verified it. Give me quick. 2 years old.
2.
Yeah. So here I am talking to this young lady and her therapist later in life, and
What's the joke?
and called us.
Jamie, which scene would you cover in small
2
town?
years old, a little bit too young. But
I was going to say, people come up to me like, usually young mothers, and they go, my daughter's seen all the movies. And I look, and it's like, like, show them a cartoon, all right? Like, you can wait on this stuff. Watch Pixar.
right?
Yeah, listen. My parents, God rest their soul, they had me when I was older, so I was a little bit of a bonus, and I was raised by TV, so I saw The Exorcist when I was 10, and now I'm here. So, I get it. I'm part of it too. So, but wait, I would say.
Last night you just said, officer, I saw The Exorcist when I was 10, and he was like, okay. You're free to go. I understand.
Give me a license.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Thank you for that backstory in the beginning of that question. That was...
Helps us understand the character.
Nice outfit.
You can pull it up to your mouth, sir. Oh. Sorry, that's weird.
Oh, good thinking.
All right.
Hi, my name's Tyler. I'm from here in Massachusetts, and my question is for David. So, as I'm sure you all are aware of, there's a little parody of Scream called Scary Movie.
Yeah.
And Dewey's character, Doofus.
Doofy,
I mean. Thoughts, notes?
I mean, for years, and still sometimes people are like, Doofy! I'm like, I'm actually Dewey, but yeah, thank you. It happens so often. But then, I always forget the actor's name who played Doofy.
Sheridan.
Dave did that.
Dave Sheridan. Dave Sheridan.
Dave Sheridan, yes.
He played
He's
Doof.
a wildcat.
Yeah.
And he runs around the cons sometimes, and I run into him. So he's taking a picture. It's always funny, but I don't want to get in trouble. Like, no, stay, keep your distance, Doofy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
And of course, Scary Movie was the original title.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you were making it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the original title, and then I don't know why they changed it. Why'd they change it, David?
I think it had to do with finding the mask.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if it was Wes or Kevin that suggested the correlation with that mask and the famous painting.
Yeah.
Hello.
Another Ghostface.
Hi, I'm Mariella. I'm from New Hampshire. I've watched all the Scream movies, and I love them so much. All of your acting is phenomenal, and I'm so curious on how you guys do the kill scenes, because it looks so real, but obviously it can't be, because, well...
Or can't.
And it's just convincing, and I really want to know how you guys did all that.
Yeah, I mean...
Method acting. I mean,
You do have to like conjure up really scary thoughts and like bring that kind of fear to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time you're running around, you're like already like kind of breathing heavy and sweaty, like, it kind of works whenever you're doing that. And Wes especially had such a great way of like, I don't know, working the camera and explaining the shots, and you can then in your head kind of, the music has so much to do with it. I mean, if you're ever too scared, you could always just close your ears, and it's not nearly as scary. But yeah, so I don't know, you just kind of picture all those pieces coming together, and you just get your mind in that sort of place.
Yeah, but with like the stabbing and all the blood, like how did that go through?
Yeah, that hurts. When they
Yeah.
No, yeah, you just have to act. I mean, yeah, they're typically, they have different, it's cool. When you're on the set, like when you see the real Ghostface costume, it just has a quality to it and a sheen to it, and like it's put together in such a way that it's like, wow, that's the real Ghostface there. Like, that's the real one. The mask, the specific mask, and sometimes there's slight tweaks on the mask, and then there's different knives. There's the real knife, there's the sharp knife, there's the dull real knife, then there's the retracting knife, and there's the knife that's already in you that they tie on, and all this stuff. So it's pretty funny. I love that aspect of it.
You really got into your death. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of knives.
You mentioned the mask, and we were talking about the film originally being called Scary Movie. There was different versions of the mask as you were making the first one, right? And even some that were committed to film, and different people that had different ideas about what it should be. And can anybody shed a little more light on that?
Yeah, so the original Can-Be mask, which was from the Can-Be Effects Company, right?
Greg Nicotero, Howard Berger, shout out.
Yeah, the dudes, right? The guys, and they're still in the game. They're great guys.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
That original mask came out of their department, okay? That was the Can-Be, which is the very opening scene with Casey when I killed her, right? And then when Fun World came in with their licensing agreement, that's when we switched midstream, right? And we went to the Gen 1. And that was still an over-the-counter mask. David was right, you could just buy them over the counter. Production got a hold of them, modified them, right? And kind of rebuilt them so we could actually use them. And that was the Gen 1 mask, and that's what we continued with that show on. So that opening sequence, you'll see the mask switch from the Can-Be to the Gen 1. And then obviously we got into Scream 2, which was the Gen 2 version of that mask. And to continue that, there's actually a Gen 2 poly shroud. Remember the opening sequence, Scream 2, when they're doing the theater scene? That was a poly pre-production Gen 2 mask, which was not even released yet, and they gave us a box of those for that opening sequence. And it's also the mask that I have that I use for my stunt sequence when we actually got into crashing cars and being stuntmen again. And so that's kind of the lineage on those masks. And then within the franchise itself, like Jamie, you have the Randy Death mask, right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, there's an RDS?
Yeah.
You guys know what that is?
RDS.
I'm glad you guys saw the movies.
Randy.
I just heard about it last year. That's called a Randy Death Scene mask, which I didn't know about. Yeah.
Yeah, a specific mask when Randy gets killed.
Anyway.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the difference? And the Scream Nation, as I affectionately call us, right? So you guys come out here and force, you guys follow me in Scream Nation.
I call them screamers.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just kidding.
Right? So here's a mask dedicated, there was a special mask just for when Randy gets killed.
Yeah.
Newsflash to me, but it's really cool. And he has that mask, which is really a nice piece of
Or
memorabilia.
had that mask? You don't seem sure about whether or not you have that mask.
I just wondering how I died because I don't remember having sex. I was still a virgin, so I don't know. Maybe it was creepy Karen.
We can fix that.
Should we take your question?
Yes, we should.
Thank you. Hi, name's Bill Seifer. I'm from New Hampshire. And one of my favorite things to do in my rewatches, especially with the first scene, is to look at the dialogue and the movements and try and figure out whether Billy is Ghostface at the moment or if Stu is Ghostface at the moment. So mostly for Lee, but for everybody, are there any times where you think that, yeah, this is Billy or this is Stu right now?
One of the great mysteries of the universe.
Yeah.
So here's my take on this. And we hear this question, a similar question, right? And Matt and Skeet, we always go round and round about this.
And we had Skeet at Silver Scream 1, and I did ask this question. And
What did he say?
go ahead. He said no one knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who's who. And
Yeah, that's true. And when I was doing that opening sequence, Wes and Kevin, there was no input onto which character it was. So when I developed a character with Wes, he didn't say, oh, play Stu, play Billy. He goes, this is what I think, and this is, I'm like, okay, how's this guy move, act, and all other stuff. But they didn't give me direction on what character that was. But here's the only tale I take away from that. Remember when there's dialogue on the phone, and he says, what's the line about calling her Blondie? Right? Remember when he says that? Right. You hear him say Blondie reference again in the kitchen sequence. Right? Who says that? Billy. So there's the tie-in from the beginning to the end. So that's my take on it.
I believe this is what they call headcanon.
Yes, exactly.
It's up to your own headcanon.
It is. So then, I don't think there's ever going to be an answer on that, because I don't even know if Kevin wrote it in such a way that it was defined, because it wasn't defined from a directional point of view. Wes didn't say play it this way or play it by this character. So we played it ambiguous.
Awesome. Thank you. Great question.
Okay, hi, my name is Liam. I'm from Beverly. Scream 1's been my comfort movie since I was like 10 years old.
Bro, wait a second. Did you say Scream is your comfort movie?
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
We don't need to talk about it. So, Jamie, I wanted to answer your question really quickly.
Go for it.
You slept with Karen Kolchak at the video store.
Karen Kolchak.
Yeah, in Scream 3 in your little...
I did?
You said that.
How do you know?
Because I've seen the movies. Seen that movie 20 goddamn times.
It's his comfort movie.
Hold on. Are you fact-checking a fact-checker?
Yes, I am.
Wait, we went all the way, or just like third base?
I think you went all the way. You said you had sex with her.
Okay.
So.
Did I wear a condom?
I don't know.
I mean, it seems like you know, right?
You played Randy. That was your character. So my question was...
Sorry to bug you.
You guys can answer this too, but this is mostly for David just because he was in more movies. Sorry.
Thanks.
So...
Thanks.
David, what was your favorite Scream movie to film?
It definitely was the first. I mean, the whole, meeting everyone, working with Wes for the first time, just the whole magic that happened on that first Scream was just, I don't know, it's like lightning in a bottle. Absolutely. It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
I know it's sort of not a boring answer. It's a boring answer, but...
It's a good movie.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
It's a heartfelt answer. That's why we're all so sad to see...
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. My name is Keith, and I grew up here, and I got a question for all of you, actually.
Go for it, Keith.
Okay. Oh, it's my first time doing this, so I'm kind of nervous. So, have you seen a movie called The Bee Movie?
Is that the one where Jerry Seinfeld's a bee?
Yes.
It's the one where a guy gets cut by a bee.
That is true.
He's like, where's my stinger?
Oh, the Bee Movie, the cartoon.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
The Bee, okay.
Were you in the panel? Were you here for the panel before this one?
No.
Because during that panel, I brought up Kesha and Jerry Seinfeld on the red carpet together, and I think that was for the Bee Movie.
Really?
So anyway, go ahead. It's just weird.
It's a B-movie theme going on today.
Yeah, I guess we're bringing the
This is the second B-movie question.
I'm a beekeeper. I now have bees. So
there's a lot of bees in Candyman. Any Candyman fans?
What's your question? What was your question?
Have you seen the bee?
That was your question?
Yes. Yeah, that was just a question.
Awesome. Great question.
Thank you. Have a good day.
The answer is no.
The Bee Movie's like a meme right now, right? It's like
Kramer.
We're all grandpas up here, so you gotta help us.
Oh, it's Chucky.
Hello.
Chuckette.
My name's Allie, and I'm from Maryland.
Hi, Allie.
And I love Scream, and that's been a movie that me and my brother have been sneaking watching from my parents since I was 5. I would have to look up the stairs to see if they were coming by to shut it off. And just in all my the time that I have been watching it, I have my own personal opinions on what I wish would happen in the movies. Dewey, you dying. Do you guys have any things that you wish was different in production for the movies, like plot or character deaths or.
In the Scream movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I didn't walk by the van. I mean, it's just a weird way to go, right? I mean,
you were taunting him. It makes sense. Yeah. that one is fact checked. You did taunt him.
wow. I got another fact checker.
Where were these fact checkers last night?
I don't know, David?
I wouldn't die either.
Yeah.
I don't know. There would be different points in the different films when they hit these sort of roadblocks with the rewrites, and, they had to throw the script out in Scream 3 and all this stuff. In Scream 4, there was a lot of issues. So we'd always suggest stuff. I actually suggested in Scream 4 that I was the killer, and Wes was like, no, absolutely not. I was like, all right, I think it would be a real surprise. But he's like, you can't do that. And I didn't really realize that would have been my last film. Yeah. I'm not sure why I was pitching it, but yeah. So I really don't wish he was the killer. I like that he was the good guy.
Yeah.
I asked Wes in Scream 3 if I have a girlfriend. He's like, no.
Okay, well, thank you.
Good talking to you.
Hello.
Hi.
No, we have not seen B movie.
No, don't worry about it. Bees shouldn't be able to fly anyways.
Wow. What do you got against bees?
I'm just saying, their bodies are too big and their wings are too small.
So your question is for God?
So my question...
this is the most opinionated fucking panel.
So,
is there a Killer Bees movie?
Yeah.
There is?
That's how we should have died.
Of course.
Bees.
Okay.
So my favorite Scream is Scream 1, just because to me, there's really something about that moment where, I've been home alone, and you get a phone call, and I'm like, okay, you're asking a lot of really specific questions. And then the second that he's makes it very clear that he's outside, I was like, I had that moment of bro, what would you even do?
Yeah.
What do you even do? I guess my question is, what's your favorite kill?
I'll go quick. For me, Rose. Rose is the most iconic kill for me.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I mean, she was my sister, and I feel bad about it, but
Yeah.
I feel bad about saying that, but yeah. But I like that.
Lee, I'm sure you have one.
Yeah, I liked when I killed Henry Winkler. Yeah, I like Principal Henry. Yeah. Henry was... and I had already told this story, and I won't get into the super depth of it, but I totally, out of my 30, 40 years of acting and stunting, that was the only time that I fanboyed out, was with Henry Winkler. On the set. I mean, I owned it. I fanboyed out on him, and it took me a minute to kind of spin around, and he snapped me out of it. We had some good stuff. So
look, Jerry's got a Henry Winkler Fox shirt on right there. When I was a kid, I used to walk up to Paramount Studios. I lived right down the street, and I was like 8 years old, and I'd walk up alone and wait in line and go watch the filming of Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and Mork and Mindy.
Wow.
And I don't know, I don't know what my parents were doing. I was literally alone.
Out running the streets at 8.
Yeah. And then one time I stayed after everyone was leaving, and then Henry Winkler shook a few people that stayed behind's hand, and I was just like, there's Fonz. I just shook the Fonz's hand and walked home. And I told him that story on the set of Scream, and he was like, well, let me shake your hand again. I was like,
Yeah, Henry, he's a class act. He's such a sweet human being. He's a great guy.
He's the greatest.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to see, oddly enough, when people sometimes would hand out cards for free movies and you didn't know what the movie was. I saw the first Scream kind of sight unseen. And so I got to have that experience of, Drew Barrymore, she's like the star of this movie.
Yeah.
And so that's always going to be my favorite kill, because it just that whole it set everything up how it's going to take all these conventions we know and turn them upside down.
Totally. I thought that was amazing.
Good question.
Thank you. The return time for videotapes is 2 weeks.
Thank you.
He has to return some videotapes.
Bro, have you heard of streaming?
It's from the B movie.
Are we in a small town? Like, do you guys have high-speed internet? Or how's MySpace?
Rewind.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, I'm Achilles. I'm from Massachusetts.
Hi.
And I'm sorry, David, to bring up your death again. I know it's been brought up a lot, and it's probably like a touchy subject. But I know that like Dewey has gone through a lot injury-wise. He's been fucked up pretty hard and has survived all of that. And somehow one stab wound took him down. And I feel like the consensus, at least in the fan base, is that he deserved worse than that almost. What's your thought on that? Are you glad that it wasn't like a brutal kill, or do you feel like he deserved more?
No, I'm glad. I mean, it seemed pretty brutal to me. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, it was so hard for me because I'm sitting there, I was like, I know when I shot the guy that if he would have been shooting him, he would have shot him right in the head. Like I wish they would have done like have like a bulletproof face, like mask, you know what I mean? Like it did shoot him in the head, but I don't know. But that didn't happen. So it doesn't, but no, I didn't really, I don't know. I wanted less of a kill.
A flesh wound.
I have a question for you. Tell me this. Did you guys all see Scream 6? I mean, these people are living through some shit. Did you see that chick on the ladder? Did she live? Oh, okay. Well, my niece, I love her, but she got stabbed a lot. And my nephew. And then they're like, how you guys doing? So I think kind of we should still have a bandage on. I mean, I feel like people live a little more in the new ones.
And did you all see the Ice 9 Kills sticker?
Hi, my name's Ashtoreth. I am from New Hampshire. And in the spirit of talking about people who should have continued to live, you did bring up that Scream 3's script was completely scrapped. For people who don't know, originally Stu was supposed to survive and manipulate people from prison into committing the next killings. How do you feel about that storyline getting scrapped, and how do you think it might have changed the trajectory of the following movies had you been able to pull forward with that?
Did Matthew send you here? I feel like you're a plant.
You can tell him I said hi, though. No, I just...
Was that confirmed that he was
Stu
doing
Mocker
that?
enthusiast.
Did you know that?
I've
heard that story.
It is, yes, it's a hotly contested storyline among the fandom.
You guys talk about it.
No, not just us.
In your group.
Well, Matthew Lillard.
I have a high-speed internet connection.
What did you hear?
I'm not pulling facts out of my
Matthew
ass.
Lillard is one of the greats. I mean, he's just so incredible, like with the fans, and just an actor, just incredible guy. So I would love for him to, have been able to do that. That would have been a really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear that. I'm just kidding, but it would have been. No, it would be very cool. I mean, there's still speculation that he's not dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you never know.
I mean, these TVs are pretty heavy, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you go with the electrocution part, but...
If he's still alive, he's still got to face his parents, so...
Oh, no, I didn't think about that.
Man, what? Oh,
that's terrible.
Hi.
Look at those scissors.
That makes it so much more real.
Hi, my name is Kate. I'm from Utah. And I just wanted to know, out of Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox, who was the most fun actress to work with?
David?
Outside of their marriage, of course.
Yeah. Lady, there's still time to delete that tweet.
Wait, is this another plant?
I love working with Courtney. I mean, in the first one, we fell in love. In the second one, she hated my guts. In the third one, I think we were married. The fourth one, we got separated. In the fifth one, we were divorced. So, but we have a child together. And we're great co-parents. But I love working with Nev. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love working with Courtney in all of our scenes. My favorite Gail's when she's really like sassy Gail, like really bitter Gail, really angry Gail, really like tabloidy Gail.
Yeah, that's my type too. So Ice Queens. Did you enjoy working with Nev and Courtney? That was a question, right?
Yeah. I love them both.
Yeah.
Courtney. Boy, I'm thinking about it. Courtney. I don't think Nev will ever die, but I don't think Courtney will ever die. You agree with that, David?
I don't know.
I don't think you can kill Gail.
No, I mean.
I know, but she got out of it. She does not. I don't think you'll ever kill Courtney.
I don't know. I don't think.
All right, David's like, I don't know.
We'll see what happens in
I was
Senate.
like, they should have killed me.
You're dead, dude. Join the club.
She's not from.
We're both fucking dead. And so's Lillard. I don't care what TV head says. It's talked about. It's talked about in the fandom.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm from New York.
Hi.
And I just want to say Scream is also a comfort movie. And
What is going on with you people?
out of all the films, who's your favorite Ghostface, if you had to pick one?
Oh, favorite ghost?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like which character?
Yeah, the
was in
character.
Which person do we like as Ghostface?
Yeah, which was your favorite?
Stu and Billy were always my.
Yeah.
I mean, the combo, that twist, that there were two, and the whole thing. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love everybody and we had different experiences, I gotta go with Stu and Billy because those are like our homies. You know what I mean? We were raised together. It was incredible. And it was the big, someone told me the other night that, like, you guys tell me this, but they were like, there was never two guys, and they said that was the huge twist. And I don't think there was ever, really. There wasn't, like, ever two killers, so I think that was really crazy cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
My name's Fabian. I'm from Pennsylvania. We went to the RIP party afterwards, and I just got to ask, when Baby Got Back, your single's coming out.
My what was coming out?
Well, your single.
For those of you who weren't at the party last night, Jamie did perform Sir Mix-a-Lot's classic song.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Will you be releasing that as a single, I believe is the question.
You're saying I should do it?
Yeah. You should.
What can you say? I like big butts in 2024?
Well, yeah.
I like big butts with consent. It's your butt, but it makes a dent. I don't know. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate you.
When's your
I like big butts. Oh, that's a good one. I like gender neutral butts.
Anyways, hi.
But we digress.
Moving on. I'm Jordan. I'm from Nashua, and actually my boyfriend just got me into the Scream franchise a couple months ago, so I've just been watching them all for the first time. But my question is for Jamie and David. If you guys had to choose someone else in the main cast to replace your death, who do you think it would be, and is there a motivation behind that?
Wait, what?
So, who would you choose to die instead of Randy?
Oh. Bro, I can think of a lot of people. Wait, so Buffy's dead, right? Buffy died.
Yep.
Did Portia die? Portia lived and married Ellen, and I'm dead. Maybe one of those girls. Did Rebecca die? Gayheart? Did Timothy Oliphant die?
Wow.
I don't know.
One of the twins.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm sorry, if you got twins, one can go.
Yeah. Maybe the other guy from Stab.
This costume is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Personal.
And Jonesy, don't forget Jones. This question is for Lee. Because yesterday I was wearing a very big mask for my Strangers cosplay, and it obliterated my field of vision. So it got me thinking, what was the most difficult part about acting in a mask?
Seeing. And so, yeah, people, everybody, right now you got people wearing the Scream mask, right? Can you see? No. All right. So imagine trying to shoot at night, hit marks, stay in character, take care of Drew, or whatever you do in that acting scene. So yeah, running in that wardrobe, you could kind of get around that, but that mask, there was nothing fun about that. You can't see, you can't breathe. Even with the modified one that production made so we could see better through that mask, it's still super limited. So yeah, the mask, for what it is, it sucks, but it's indicative of the character, so I embrace that.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Hello, my name is Peyton, and I'm from Massachusetts. And if they were to make a crossover Scream movie like Alien vs. Predator, who would you guys want to see kick Ghostface's ass?
Oh my
Nobody.
gosh, that would be cool, actually. I would love that.
No, wouldn't. No. Thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah, he owes me.
So the question's kind of like
there's
what
something about, doing both Wes characters, doing Freddy,
Ghostface?
Yeah, I think there's something with combining those worlds, the dream world and the Scream world.
I like that.
You're a poet. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, I signed a picture today. There's a picture of me. It's me on the couch, and I'm looking at the TV, and somebody did a really cool thing, and they go, sign a Malibu's Most Wanted quote on the Scream picture. So I wrote, run, bitch, run. He gonna kill you. I don't know, I think it's a good mix. Maybe a little Never Been Kissed with, who knows? It doesn't have to be horror. It can be a comedy. Lee, we can put a little Jurassic World. Do you know that Lee was the iconic scene when the dinosaur ate in Jurassic World when he's hanging off, kicking? That's Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do Scream versus a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The dinosaur wins. Yeah.
T-Rex versus Ghostface.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
He kicked my ass.
I saw somebody today, because I see the coolest posters here, stuff I still haven't seen, and so this was fucked up. Dude had Mike Myers, beautiful picture, stabbing Ghostface in the head. And he was
Mike Myers from Wayne's World?
Bro, I'll do the goddamn jokes, okay?
Last night?
That was hard. But it was so weird, and I was like, Mike Myers wouldn't kill Ghostface, would they? Who wins?
Nah.
Depends which Ghostface, though, right?
And I've never seen it in my life, and I thought it was so cool, and I got nerded out. I was like, who would win? I guess Mike Myers is supernatural.
Yeah. Okay, Mike Myers. So we got Jason, Mike Myers, Ghostface, right? Those guys walk. They walk. They don't run. They're not a phantom, right?
Thank you for that great question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And by the way, Ghostface, he got diluted later in the franchise. Ghostface couldn't walk in 5. His shoelaces were tied together. We kind of straightened out in 6. He got back to being what he's supposed to be, a ruthless killer. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm from Oakland, California, but live in Massachusetts now. 2 quick questions. Jamie, how many times have you seen Son of the Mask all the way through?
Wow.
Is he taking a shot? I don't know, 3 times.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it worth watching? I haven't seen it yet. Is it worth watching?
Did you say is it or it's not?
Is it worth watching?
He hasn't seen it.
Well, I mean, how do you have children?
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old. Yeah.
Well, wait till they're 7.
Thank you. And one question for David. I'm a big wrestling fan. What was your experience like in WCW? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was a wrestling fan, so when I was going through the Ready to Rumble script, I got to like Macho Man Randy Savage comes out into this like mini mart, and I was like, I called my agent. I was like, do they really have Macho Man Randy Savage for this movie? I was like, I'll do it, and I didn't even finish the script. So then when I got to like work with all those guys, I was just like in such awe, and then getting to know them all, and then I got to like, I did one appearance, and it got a really good response, and they said, listen, if you can stay with us till the next pay-per-view, we'll make you the champion. I was like, what? That's a terrible idea. What are you talking about? And but they wanted to, and so I did, and the fans hated me for 25 years. So then I went back and I wrestled for a couple years independently to figure out like why they hated me so much, and did the documentary "You Cannot Kill David Arquette," and then the experience of like understanding what wrestling is really about was really deep and heavy, and it's all of these things that go on when you're coming up as a wrestler, and little lessons they're teaching you, little, like your hotel room not being there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, having to figure out certain things. And I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff you learn through the process, but I have the utmost respect for wrestlers and wrestling and the fans. That's really what it's always about. So
Great
thank
fan.
you all for coming out. It really is what it's all about for us.
And we have time for 2 quick questions,
Okay.
and we have 2 folks here, so that's perfect.
Hello, I'm Roxas. I'm from Connecticut. Fun fact, Scream was my gay awakening. I like sass. One thing that I've been wondering about for like
We
a
did
while.
discuss at Silver Scream 1, I brought up to you the idea that Billy and Stu are gay-coded, queer-coded characters.
There's a T-shirt.
So yes, you also got that subtext.
I did. One thing I've been wondering about, and you don't have to name names, but specifically related to the Scream franchise, was there ever like a time when like you disliked or even hated like working with others on the set, cast or crew?
You know, people are filming right now.
Don't have to name names.
It could be. Honestly, you know, no one will ever answer that, but I will answer this as honest. I'm really true. I mean, we're still a family. You know what I mean? I was like, we became a family on the movie. If we didn't see each other for 7 years, we would run into each other. It's a hug, you know, how are you? And now these cons with you guys and the appreciation have made us even closer. So none of us had a problem. I mean, like literally, like not just our core, but then the new cores and the other people. Like it's the greatest set I've ever been on in terms of like connection. I'm connected with everybody. Don't you guys think that? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I once was wearing so much like oil perfume or cologne kind of stuff on the elevator down, and one of the producers came in. She was like, "What is that smell?" I was like, "I think it's me." She's like, "That is terrible. You cannot wear that." So someone didn't like working with me. That day.
I feel this is the last question. No pressure.
No pressure.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm from Beverly, Massachusetts. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So I'm curious what your own personal favorite horror movies are.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Showgirls. Absolutely frightening.
Yeah, the last Showgirl coming out too.
The last Showgirl.
For me, I usually say The Shining, just because I love the performances and all that. But yeah, I mean, but the first Halloween really made an impression on me, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre was just such a twisted, insane movie. So I don't know, I got a bunch. Rosemary's Baby.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know how to pick one.
Yeah, I'm a classics guy. I'm going back to the OGs. I'm going back to black and white Universal monsters, right? So out of that whole genre, which I love that whole original set, I'm going to go Creature, Black Lagoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, when I directed my first film, The Tripper, Wes was sweet enough to read the script and give me like ideas on it. Then he gave me a list of films to watch from like The Haunting, the original Haunting, and all these different movies, Suspiria, and all like these like wild movies. So that was a really cool gift that he had given me.
And speaking of Wes, if anyone wants to know my favorite scary movie, it's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
You're right.
That's my least favorite, actually.
What's your favorite?
I can't watch. I just
What'd you
can't.
say?
Scream is actually one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait,
Your comfort movie.
Did
Well
you
done.
say one? You're at a Scream panel.
It's my favorite.
Yes! Hey, I just want to say, you guys are incredible, man. It's been 28 years, and I can't believe the movie is this huge still. And we love you, David, Wes, Lee.
Great,
You guys
David
are incredible.
Arquette, the great Jamie Kennedy. Thank you.
This is Ross Marquand, and you are watching Fandom Spotlight, which is awesome. So share, and subscribe. Oh, and have fun and follow your fandom.